Welcome to this Selenium course. In this course, learn how to automate web browsers using Selenium, a powerful tool used extensively for web application testing and automation. Whether you are a beginner or have some experience, this course is designed to guide you step by step through the fundamentals of advanced concepts of Selenium.
How to download Java in a system. So let's start. Open Chrome browser and enter the download Java. Here you can view the JDK latest version 21.17. Click on Java downloads. Here multiple Java versions are available: JDK 21, JDK 17. We can install the latest JDK 21. It depends on you need to system in which systems. If you want to install the Java version in Linux system, so you need to install the Java from this section. If you want to install the Java version in Mac OS, then you can easily download from here. If your system is Windows based, you need to click on Windows, and here you can view 64 installer. Now click on this link. Downloading is started. Here you can view .exe file is started. After completing this downloading, we need to install the Java in our system. Multiple versions are available. Online documentation, you can view the documentations, how you need to install the Java in the system. You can follow the from instructions by using this link. Here are the release notes. You can easily view the latest versions of the Java, and here documentation license are available. By clicking on resources, you can also view the Java downloads and Java runtime environment. If you click on Java downloads, you can view, you will get the same page like Linux, Mac, and Windows screens. After completing this download, we will install the Java in a system. You can also verify the Java is successfully installed in your system by using a command. You just need to type the command in CMD, and you can easily find out whether the Java is successfully installed in your system. It's almost done. Click on this .exe after completing downloading. Setup will start. Click on yes. And now you need to click on this next button and then next. copying new files. Now just click on this close button. How we can verify that Java is successfully installed in our system? So let's verify cmd Java version. Here you can view the latest Java version 21 is successfully installed in our system.
How to download IntelliJ IDEA in a system. So let's begin. Download IntelliJ IDEA. After you need to click on this link, download IntelliJ IDEA. Here you can view IntelliJ IDEA Ultimate, which is free 30 days trial. But you need to download community version, which is open source. You do not need to buy. Click on download. I have already downloaded this software in my system, so let's start. Setup is in progress. And then you need to click on next button, and then next. Install. Installation is successfully started. After completing this installation, you can easily use this open source tool. In IntelliJ IDEA, we can easily debug the code, and it is IDEA support various languages frameworks. It is used for Java development, and it offers smart code assistance and advanced navigation and seamless debugging experience. So I would suggest you use this tool for Selenium and Java development. Our setup is already. I will cancel this. Here you can view the details. Another also open source tool, Eclipse. You can also use this tool for Selenium scripts and Java development. But I will suggest you to use IntelliJ IDEA because we can easily debug the code, and it supports many languages. Just click on finish button. IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition is successfully installed. And you can view the community 2023. I confirm, accept this agreement. Click on continue. Once and click on Neo. Here you can view JDK 2121 because in my system JDK is 21 version. You can confirm your JDK version from CMD Java dash version. How to install Selenium and add dependency Selenium and Chrome driver into project. So let's begin. Open Chrome, right? Maven dependency. Click on Maven repository and search Selenium. Click on search Selenium Java. Here you can view the different versions of Selenium. Click on 4.13.0. Copy this Selenium dependency. Open IntelliJ. You need to add the dependency into form.xml. Click on this. After adding this Selenium dependency, you need to add the Chrome driver dependency. Click on this search bar, write WebDriver Manager, and then click on search button. WebDriver Manager. Here you can view the WebDriver Manager. Click on this and click on this latest version 5.6.3. Click on this. You need to add dependency into dependency sections. After adding this dependency into form.xml, you will need to reload the project. Right click and click Maven. After this, reload the project. After clicking on this, dependency will be stored into your system, into your project. After adding dependency, you can verify the dependency from on this side. Import org dot selenium dot webdriver. You can add a main method from this. Just you need to type the main and enter. And if you want to print any line, just write SOUT and enter. And here you can print any word. Here you can view some error. Now, here you can view. You can also go to any URL driver.get. First of all, you need to initialize the device driver manager. WebDriver Manager .chrome driver.set web driver is equal to new Chrome driver.get. Here we enter the URL in which URL we want to go. For example, I write this, right click and run the login activity. Our login test case will be executed. Chrome driver is successfully open. How to create Selenium project on IntelliJ. So let's begin. Click on a project, enter your project name. You need to click on Maven and then click on create button. Click on this window. After creating project, you need to add the package of the project. Right click on Java, click on new and then click on package. After adding package, you need to add the class into package. Java. And your first project has been created. Now you need to add the dependency into your project. Selenium dependency and Chrome driver dependency. You can easily download the Selenium dependency from Maven dependency, which are already described in my previous videos. So you can easily download the Selenium and Chrome driver dependency, and you can easily download the IntelliJ IDEA. Now let's add the Selenium dependency. In form.xml, you need to add the dependency here. After adding dependency, you need to reload the project. Port Selenium dot WebDriver. Create line method. We need to set up the WebDriver. WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. Now we need to initialize the WebDriver. After initialize the Chrome driver, if you want to navigate any URL, enter the driver.get string URL. Yes, you will enter the URL in which you want to go. Run the project. Now it will navigate to this URL. Chrome driver is successfully opening.
How to get the page title and get the current URL. So let's begin. For example, if we want to get this title, so we if we want to get the URL title of this website, we will navigate to this website driver.get, and here we enter the URL of the website. String title is equal to driver.get title. If we want to print this title, then we enter the system.out.println. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL, and then it will get the title and print the title. Chrome driver is successfully opening. It will navigate to this website and get the title and then print registration form title. So here print registration form. If we want to get the current URL, then we need to select the get current URL. Here multiple options are available. We can also get the window handle, get page source, get class. Multiple options are here available. In this scenario, it will get the current URL and print the URL into the console. Chrome driver is opening. Here you can view the current URL is printed. First it will get the current URL and then it will print the URL. How to run Selenium script on different browsers. Selenium WebDriver is a tool that allows automated testing of web application to run Selenium WebDriver on different browsers such as Chrome driver, Firefox, Edge, and Safari driver. So let's start. Here I mentioned Chrome driver and initialize the Chrome driver. So this script will be run on Chrome driver. If I want to run this script on Firefox, I need to here initialize the Firefox driver. Now this script will be run on Firefox driver. It will navigate to this URL and this script will be run on Firefox. If you want to open this URL into Edge, so you need to mention here dot Edge driver, and here you also initialize the Edge driver. Now it will open this URL into Edge driver. Here this URL is opening on Edge driver. You just need to change the browser name here, and you need to initialize the driver name. Then you can open this URL into different browsers. About what are elements and locators. What are elements? Anything that is present on the web page is a web element, such as text box, button, etc. Web element represent an HTML element. For example, link, buttons, input fields, radio button, and checkboxes. These are the elements. What are locators? Locators are used to locate the elements on a web page or application. Automation tools uses the locators to perform operations like clicking, typing, or retrieving data from that element. These are the few locators: ID, name, CSS selector, tag name, class name, partial link text, XPath, and link text. Let's check these locators in practical. This is the registration form. If we want to find the locators of any element, then we need to click on this field. Here you can find the ID is email. We can locate by ID. We can also locate by name here. We can select the gender by using name. We can also locate by XPath. If we want to click on this submit button, we can locate by name and ID also available. If you want to locate by XPath, then you need to copy and click on copy XPath. You can also click on element by CSS selector, driver.find element by dot by ID. Here you need to enter the ID submit. Submit dot click. One is the best Chrome extension also available, ChromePath, which is used to find the locators. You need to add the ChromePath extension into your browser. ChromePath extension. For Chrome. Here you need to click on download extension. I have already into my browser. Then this options remove from Chrome available. If you do not add this extension, then you can click on add to Chrome button and you can easily add this Chrome extension. You can also find the locators by using this extension. Here you can view relative XPath, CSS selector, absolute XPath, tag name. You just need to right click on the field and you can get these locators by ChromePath extension. You do not need to find right click on and then you need to find the ID name. You just need to click on this field R button or checkboxes and you can get these locators easily. If you just want to, you can also filter out these locators. How to automate login page with Selenium WebDriver. So let's begin. This is login page. We need to automate this login page with Selenium. So let's begin. First of all, we will navigate to this URL, driver.get. Here we will enter the URL. After adding this URL, we need to click on this field, which is username field. Right click on this field and find the locators. Here we can locate by name also available, ID also available. We need to enter the ID. Driver.find element by dot ID by dot ID. After adding this ID, we need to enter the username in this field, which is student. Here we enter the username student. Now we need to enter the password on this field. Right click, inspect, and copy this ID. Driver.find element by dot ID. Here we input the ID, and then we want to enter the password. Then we will use the dot send keys. Password is password 123. After input the username and password, we need to click on the submit button. We can click on the submit button by using ID, and we can also click on this submit button by using XPath and CSS selector. Now we will use the ID to click on this submit button. Driver.find element by dot ID. ID is submit, and we want to click on this button, so we will use click. Let's run this script. First it will navigate to this URL, and then it will enter the username and password. After enter the username and password, it will click on the submit button. Here you can view the login is successfully. We can also verify whether the username and password are valid. So we will add some assertion string URL is equal to driver dot get current URL. First we will get the current URL, and our expected URL is, here we will enter the expected URL, and then we will compare this driver.get current URL and expected URL. Let's add this some condition. If URL dot equal expected URL, then print login successfully. Also we add the else condition. If user is not successfully, then it will print the login unsuccessfully. Let's run this script. In this scenario, it will compare the URL after login into portal. It will compare the expected URL and get the current URL, and it will print the user successfully login. Here you can view login successfully. For example, if we input the wrong password, In this scenario, login will be unsuccessfully and it will print the login unsuccessfully in console because we enter the invalid password. First, it will navigate to this URL, enter username and password. Your password is invalid and login unsuccessfully. We can also maximize the window driver.manage window maximize. Now it will maximize the window. Chrome driver is opening. Navigate to the URL and this window is maximized. Browser navigation. So let's begin. For example, in this page, we want to go to the back page and forward page and we want to refresh the button. We can navigate to the other page and back page and refresh in Selenium. So check in Pactail. Here we enter the URL in which we want to go. Input the URL. We need second URL. Enter the second URL. After adding this, we want to go to the previous URL driver.navigate.back. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and then it will navigate to this second URL and then it will go to the this URL because we add the back option. It will navigate to. Let's run again this script. Chrome driver is successfully opening. We'll navigate to this URL and then it will move to. Let's add some weight so we can easily check whether it moves to the back page or not. Red dot slip. We need to add exception in the main method. We can also use the forward method to go to the next page. It go to the and then it will move to the this URL. If we want to add forward, then we can navigate to the next page driver.navigate.forward. In this scenario, first it will move to the this URL and then it will move to the second URL. Then it will click on the back back your button, and after this it will again move to the second URL. Let's run this script. We can easily navigate the browser page by using this method. Second, and then again click on the forward button. We can also refresh the page by using refresh method. Thread.slip driver.navigate. Here you can view the refresh option. You need to click on this refresh. In this scenario, it will navigate to this URL and then it will open the second URL. Then again it will move to the previous URL and then it will click on the second URL and then refresh the page. First, it will redirect to the first URL. After navigating to this URL, it will navigate to the second URL. Now it will click on previous button and then click on forward button. Now it will refresh the page. In this tutorial, we will see how to navigate to the back button, forward, and how we can refresh the page. How to handle drop down in Selenium. Here you can view in drop down two options are available. In this drop down we can select one option at a time. So let's start. First of all, we will go to this URL. Here we enter the URL. After enter the URL, we need to create the object. Select drop down is equal to new. Select. Here we enter the element driver dot find element by dot id. Right click and click on inspect. Here you can view id is available. Id is drop down and two options are available, option 1 and option 2. Here we can click on this drop down by value and by text. We will see this both options by id, by index and by text. Here we input the id. Now we need to select the option. Here we can select by visible text and select by index. If you want to click on first option, so its index is 1. Index 1 and index 2. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will go to this URL and select the option 1. Home driver is successfully opening. First it will navigate to this URL and select the option 1. Here you can view option 1 is selected. If you want to select second option, then you will enter the second. 2 means second index. Now it will select the second option. Home driver is opening. After opening, it will navigate to this URL and then select the option 2. After this, we will select by text. Option 2 is selected. Now we will select this option by visible text. Here visible text are option 1 and option 2. Now we need to enter dot select by visible text, and visible text is option 1. First it will navigate to this URL and select the option 1. Here multiple options are available. You can also select by index, and you can also deselect. Option 1 is selected. Same, you can enter the option 2. Now it will select the second option by visible text. Home driver is opening. And navigate to this URL and select the second option, which is option 2. Option 2 is selected. I hope this video will be helpful for you how to click on checkboxes. In previous tutorial, we see how to handle the drop down. Here you can view multiple checkboxes are available, and we can select the multiple checkboxes. But in drop down, we can select only one value at a time. So let's begin. First, we will go to this URL driver.get. Here we enter the URL. Now we need to click on this checkboxes. Click on checkbox and you need to click on inspect. Here you can view name available, but we cannot locate by name because all checkboxes name are same. We need unique locators to locate this element. So we need to right click on this, copy and expand. We can click on this checkboxes by expand. We cannot click on these checkboxes by name locator because all checkboxes name are same. So we will click on this checkboxes by expand. Driver dot find web element checkbox is equal driver dot find element by dot expand. Here we enter expand. Checkbox dot click. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and it will click on first checkbox. It will navigate to this URL and it will click on first checkbox, which is Selenium. We can also click on this checkbox. We need to right click and select inspect, and now we need to copy XPath. Driver dot find element by dot XPath dot click. In this scenario, it will select the first and second checkboxes. Chrome driver is opening. It will navigate to this URL and click on Selenium checkbox and QTP checkbox. How to click on alert. Here you can view on clicking submit button an alert is showing. We need to handle this alert by using Selenium. So let's begin. First of all, we need to go on this URL driver.get and we enter in which we want to go. After entering the URL, we need to click on this submit button. We need to locate on this element, right click and click on inspect. Here name also available. We can also locate this element by using XPath and name. Now we will locate this element by name. Driver dot find element by dot name. Here we enter the name. Now we want to click on this submit button, so we will use dot click. After clicking on this button, we need to click on this alert. For clicking on this, we need to enter driver dot navigate driver dot switch to dot alert. We want to accept, so we'll use accept. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and click on submit button and it will accept the alert. Chrome driver is opening. Here you can view, click on submit button. Let's add some weight for better understanding. Thread dot slip. Chrome driver is opening. After clicking on this submit button, it will wait 1000 milliseconds and then it will accept the alert. Here you can view two options are available. We can accept this alert and we can also click on this cancel button. First of all, we need to click on this confirm button. Here confirm option available, but we will use XPath. Web element is equal to driver.find element by dot XPath. Now we want to click on this button cancel dot click. After clicking on this confirm button, we want to click on this cancel button. In this scenario, we will use driver dot switch to alert dot dismiss. Accept is used for accepting the alert, and dismiss is used to cancel the alert. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. In this scenario, first it will accept the alert, and in second case it will click on cancel button. Here you can view you press cancel. We can also get this text. For getting this text, we will need to look at this element. Here you can use the ID is available. We want to print this cancel text. Text is equal to driver dot find element by dot id. System we want to get the cancel text, so we will use text dot get text. In this scenario, it will get the text and will print the cancel text in a console. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. It will navigate to this URL, click on accept. After accepting, in second button it will click on cancel button and print the you pressed cancel. You press cancel is successfully print in console because you click on cancel button. How to automate links by using Selenium WebDriver. Here in this google.com page, multiple links are available about advertising, business, how search works. In Selenium, we can get the all links, and we can also count this link by using Selenium WebDriver. So let's begin. First, we need to go to this URL google.com driver.get string. Here we enter the URL in which we want to go. After navigate to this URL, we need the list of this all links. So we will use list web element all links is equal to driver.find element by tag name, and tag name is A. After getting this list, we will print the link counts. System.out.println all links dot size. By using size, we can count the all links. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will go to this URL and it will get the list in which contains link, and it will print the size of the links. Here total number of links in google.com is 18. Now we will print this all links and we will get the text. We need to use for loop for web element link and we need all links. This loop will execute until the link is equal to the all links. We want to get the text link dot get text. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and it will get the list of the web element and print the total size of the links. After for loop will start and it will get the all text. All links have been printed in console. If you want to get the URL, then we need to get by attribute link dot get attribute, and attribute is href. First we count the URL and then we print the link's name. Now we will print the URL with link text. Chrome driver is opening. We'll navigate to google.com. Here you can view the link also print because we use get attribute. Total number of counts 18. This line is used to find all anchor tag. In this line, total all links dot size, we print all the links. After printing the total number of size, this line is used for traversing through all link found in the website. How to automate radio buttons. So let's begin. In this page, multiple radio buttons are available. Option 1, option 2 and option 3. We can select one radio button at a time. Now we will automate this radio button by using Selenium WebDriver. First, we will navigate to this URL driver.get string and we enter the URL. Now we need to click on this radio button. We need locator. For look at this element here, name and ID both are available. We can use ID and name. Now we will look at this element by ID. Web element radio is equal to driver.find element by dot. We can look at by xpath and name. Here we enter the ID. Now we want to click on this radio button. We will use click radio.click. Radio.click. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and it will click on the first radio button. Chrome driver is opening. Navigate to the URL. Here first option will be selected. We can also use further options. Radio dot is enabled. Radio dot is displayed. Radio dot is selected. We can also add some condition. If radio dot is selected, print radio button selected. We use else condition. Else it will print radio button is not selected. Now it will print in console radio button is selected. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and locate the element by ID, and then it will click on the first radio button. In radio button, we can select one option at a time, but in checkbox, we can click on multiple checkboxes. Radio button is selected and it select the first radio button. Now if we want to click on this checkboxes, we can click on this checkbox multiple at a time. Right click and we need to locator. We can locate by element. We can locate by ID, name and XPath. Here checkboxes now we can locate by ID and name. Checkboxes 1, 2, 3. If we want to click on second checkboxes, we will use this ID. Here we driver dot find element by dot id. We enter the id and we want to click on this checkbox. Let's run this script and see what happens. In this scenario, we select one radio button and we click on first checkbox. Navigate to URL, select the first option and click on third checkbox. How to right and double click on the buttons. So let's begin. Here you can view multiple buttons are available. Double click me. If you clicking on this double button, you have done a double click, text is showing. Uh, if you right click on this button, you have done a right click, text is showing. We can handle this double click and right click buttons in Selenium. So first we will need to go to this URL, driver.get string. Here we enter the URL in which we want to go. After entering the URL, we need a action class for performing these actions, right click and double click buttons. Actions s is equal to new actions and driver. Here we enter the driver. After creating object, we need to locate element, which is double click me buttons. We can locate element by ID, and ID here is available double click me button. We will copy this double click button ID. Web element is equal to button is equal to driver dot find element by dot id. Here we enter the id. Now we will perform the double click option. S dot double click dot build dot perform. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and it will click on the double click button. Let's run this script and see what happens. Chrome driver is opening. Navigate to this URL. After clicking on this double click button, we will perform right click button. Here we need to enter the variable name. Let's run this script again and see what happens. Chrome driver is opening. Now it will navigate to this URL and clicking on the double click me button. You have done a double click. After clicking on this button, we will right click on this button. Right click button. This button element ID is available, which is right click. We locate the element by ID and XPath. Now we will locate this element by ID. We need to create and other object. R is equal to new actions and driver. After creating object, we need to locate element by ID. ID is equal to driver.find element by dot ID. Here we enter the ID, which is right click button. After this, we want to perform right click. So we will use context click. Context click is used for right clicking. Here, before we use double click, now we will use a double click. Now we will click on this right click button. R.context click dot build dot perform. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and double click on the button. After clicking on this button, it will click on the button right click. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. It will navigate to this URL. After navigate to this URL, we'll click on this double click me button. Here we need to enter the ID. Let's run again this script and see what happened. Chrome driver is opening. Navigate to this URL and perform the double click button. Here you can view, we click on this button, double click, and we click on right click me button. How to click and hold button. So let's start. Here you can view, if we click on this button, click on div 1 is showing. If we click and hold, then it shows click and hold div 1. Now we will automate this click, hold and single click on this button by using Selenium WebDriver. So let's begin. First, we need to copy this URL and we need enter URL here driver.get string. Here we enter the driver in which we want to go. After this, we want to click on this button, right click on this button and click on inspect. Here you can view button 1 ID is 1, button 2 ID is 2, 3 and 4 and 5. We want to click on this button, so we will use click ID is equal to 1. Web element. Now we enter variable name button is equal to driver dot find element by dot id. Here we enter the id is equal to 1. Now we need action class for hold and click on button. Actions S is equal to new actions and driver. After creating object, we need to select click and hold option. Click and hold, and we want to hold first button. So we enter the variable name here, button dot build dot perform. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and it will click and hold first button. Chrome driver is opening. Tap hold on div1 because we use dot click and hold. Now we will perform just single click on this button. Button dot click. Let's run this script again. In this scenario, it will navigate to this URL and click on the button. Chrome driver is opening. Navigate to this URL and just single click on this button. This line is used for go to the URL. This line is used to locate the element by ID. Button dot click, perform click. How to click on link by link text and partial link text. A link text in Selenium is used to identify the hyperlinks on a web page. It is determined with the help of an anchor tag. For example, if we want to click on this link, we just need to enter the link text, which is go here. First, we will navigate to this URL, driver.get_string. Now, we just click on this link by link text, and link text is go here. Driver.find element by dot link text. Here we enter the go here and we want to click on this link. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is successfully opening. Navigate to this URL and click on go here link. Now we will click on this link go here by partial link text. Partial link text accessing links using a portion of their link text is done by partial link text. In partial link text, we do not need to enter the complete link text. We just enter the partial link text, which is go. Driver.find element by dot partial link text. Here we enter the partial link text, which is go. And we want to click on this link, so we will use click. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and click on go here link by partial link text. Chrome driver is successfully opening. Now navigate to this URL and click on go here. Driver.quit and driver.close methods. So let's begin. Driver.close basically only close the current window in which Selenium is running automated, while driver.quit method closes all browser windows and end the WebDriver session. So let's begin and check in practical. First, we will navigate to this URL driver.get string. Now we will use string main is equal to driver.get window handle. Every window have unique value. Now we will print this window value. System.out.println. Here we enter the variable name. After this, we want to open new tab. We will use driver.switch to new window and window type. Window type dot tab. Let's run this script and see what happens. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and print the window value in console. After this, we will open a new URL in new tab. Chrome driver is opening. Here you can view new tab is open. We can also check window value is successfully printed. After this, we will navigate to other URL driver.get string. google.com. We will navigate to this URL and then we will perform the driver.close method. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening and then it will navigate to this URL and open the google.com in next window. Now, for example, we want to close only the current window. We will use driver.close method. Driver.close. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL and print the window in console, and then it will open the new window and close the current window. Here you can view driver session is not closed because we use driver.close method. We can also navigate to the previous window by using driver.switch.window. Here we enter the variable name in which we want to go.
In this scenario, we will navigate to the previous window, which is first URL. Chrome driver is opening. Go to the first URL and then it will navigate to the second URL and then back into first window. Now we will use driver.quit method. In this scenario, all windows will be closed and the WebDriver session will be ended. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. It will navigate to the first URL and then navigate to the second URL and then quit the browser because we use driver.quit. Driver.quit close all the windows, close all the windows and the WebDriver session. Driver.close. Only close the current window.
Action class in Selenium. In Selenium, action class is used to perform advanced user interactions like mouse movements, keyboard interactions, double clicks, and drag and drop. First of all, we will navigate to this URL facebook.com login page. Driver.get string. Here we enter the URL. Now, we need to enter the email in this field. So, we will right click and we will locate element by ID. And ID is email. Web element email is equal to driver dot find element by dot ID and we paste the ID. Now we need to create an object. Actions AC is equal to new actions driver. After this, we need to move to this element. So we will use variable length AC dot move to element. Here you can view when we will select dot move to element, we need to enter the web element target and we want to target the email field. We enter email. After enter the email, we want to press the shift key. So we will use dot key down. Dot key down is used to press the key and we want to press the shift key. So we will use shift. After this pressing shift key, we need to type in this field dot send keys. Send keys basically is used to type any character in field. Here we enter the test @gmail.com. Now we enter the test@gmail.com in lowercase letter. But we will press the shift key by using dot keys down. After enter the test@gmail.com in email field we want to perform. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. Here you can view we enter in small letter test@gmail.com, but here we can view test@gmail.com in uppercase letter. Now we will input password web element pass is equal to driver.find element by .id. Right click on password field and ID is pass. Copy this ID and paste here. And we want to enter the password, so we will use pass.send keys. Let's run this script and see what happens. Chrome driver is successfully opening. After enter the email and password, we need to click on this login button by using action class. Now we will enter button dot is equal to driver.find element by .id. Now we will locate this element by ID. Right click on login button. Here ID is login button. Copy this ID and paste here. After this, we need to create an object. Actions, click, which is variable name, is equal to new actions driver. Now we will use click dot send keys dot tab. First we will tab into this button and then we will press the enter key. Click dot send keys dot enter. After this we want to perform. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first it will navigate to the facebook.login page and that enter the email in uppercase letter and enter the password. After entering the password, it will click on the login button. We enter the invalid email and password. So here you can view raw credentials are showing. If we use dot keys up In this scenario, it will type the same test@gmail.com because we use .key up, which is release key. Chrome driver is opening. Test@gmail.com input in lowercase letter. Let's explore some option. Actions in Selenium. Click basically used for click on an element. Second is double click. Double click is used to performing a double click on an element. Third is context click. Context click is used to performing a right click on an element. Move to element. Move to element used to moving the mouse pointer to specific element. Drag and drop. Drag and drop is used for or dropping into one location to another. Keys up is used for release the key, while keys down is used for press the key. How to verify the tooltip text in Selenium? For example, when we hover on this GitHub icon, we can view the text is GitHub. We will verify this text by using Selenium. So let's begin. First, we will navigate to this URL, driver.get string. Here we enter the URL. Now we need to locate this icon by XPath. Right click on this icon and here title is YouTube and title is GitHub. We can verify by this title. Now we need to copy the XPath of this icon. Right click on this icon and copy XPath. Web element title is equal to driver.find element by .xpath. Here we enter the XPath. Now we need to get the text by attribute. String actual is equal to title dot get attribute, and attribute is title. Here we enter the title. Now we can print this text, system.out.println and actual. Let's run this script. First of all, it will navigate to this URL and find the element by XPath. Then it will get the title by attribute and print the GitHub text in a console. GitHub text is successfully printed in console. Now we will verify this text by some condition. String expected is equal to GitHub. Our expected text is GitHub. Let's add some condition. If actual dot equals expected, system dot out dot println test case is passed. Let's run this script. First of all, in this scenario, it will navigate to this URL and find the GitHub icon by XPath. Then it will get the attribute by title. Chrome driver is successfully opening. Here we can view the test case is passed because our expected text is equal to actual. We get the attribute title. This line is used for open, go to the URL. Then we find the GitHub icon. After finding the GitHub icon, we get the attribute. We get the attribute by title. Then we print the title. After printing the title, we compare the expected title.
How to take the screenshot in Selenium? We will take the complete screenshot of this page by Selenium. So let's begin. First, we need to add the file utils class import org.apache.commons.io.fileutils. Now we need to add the take screenshot class .selenium, and we want to take the screenshot .take screenshot. First we will go to the URL driver.getString. We want to take the screenshot of this page. Here enter the URL. Now we need to add the take screenshot. Screenshot is equal take screenshot and driver. After this line is used for take screenshot. Now we need to save the screenshot into desired location. File, source is equal to screenshot dot get screenshot as output type. output type, and file. We need to import this file class. Now we need to save this screenshot into desired location. File, utils, dot copy file, and source, comma, new. Here we enter the path where we want to save this screenshot. Create the folder and copy this path and paste here, and we want to save our screenshot with screen.png. Now we will print screenshot is successfully captured. Let's run this script and see what happened. First, it will navigate to this URL and get the complete screenshot of this page. Chrome driver is successfully opening, and now we will check in this path our screenshot is successfully captured. Here complete page of screenshot is captured. Use take screenshot method to capture the screenshot. First we need to capture the screenshot, then we need to save this screenshot into desired location. And here we save the screenshot into a specific folder. To save the folder, and in this line we print the screenshot is successfully captured in console.
Verify the text by using Selenium. For example, if we click on this, we get a list, and we need to verify the list text in Selenium. So let's begin. First, we will go to this URL and click on this for getting the list. Driver.get string. Here we enter the URL. Now we need to click on this Selenium drop down, and then we will get the list. We can locate this element by link text and XPath. Right click on this element and click on inspect. Now right click and copy the XPath. web element Selenium is equal to driver dot find element by dot xpath. Now, after enter the xpath, we need to click on this Selenium drop down. Selenium dot we want to click on this element, so we will use dot click. After click on this drop down, we need to verify the text in this list. Here multiple lists are available. We will verify this login text. So right click on this. We can look at this element by link text, which is login. Web element text is equal to driver dot find element by dot link text, and link text is login. After look at this element, we need to get this text string get. Get is a variable, and we want to get the text of login text dot get text. Now we need to verify this login text. We will add some condition string expected, and our expected text is login. Expected is equal to login. Let's add some condition here. If our driver.get text is equal to expected text, which is login, then test case is pass. If expected dot equals dot equal get system on to print text is login. Let's run this script. In this tutorial, we verify the login text which is in drop down. Chrome driver is opening. Click on this Selenium and verify the text login. Here text is login successfully printed in console. If we change something in our expected text, here we can add the else condition. Text is not logging. In this case, text is not login will be print in console because our expected text is not equal to driver get text. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. First, it will navigate to this URL and click on this Selenium drop down. Text is not login because our expected text is login. This line is used for go to the URL, locate the Selenium, find the element by expert, and then we click on this Selenium drop down. Click on element, then we get the text. How to minimize or full screen the browser using Selenium WebDriver. So let's begin. First, we will navigate to this URL google.com driver.getString. Now we will maximize the window driver.manage.window.maximize. Here we can maximize the window, full screen, and minimize the window. Now we will use the maximize. Let's run this script and see what happens. In this scenario, first it will navigate to this URL google.com and maximize the window. Window has been maximized. If we enter the F11 key, then this window is open in full screen. We can also handle full screen in Selenium. I will use full screen. Let's run this script. In this scenario, the window will be open in full screen. Chrome driver is successfully opening and this window will be open in full screen. Now we will minimize this window. Let's add some weight, thread.slip 1000, and we will use minimize. In this scenario, window will be minimized. Chrome driver is opening. It will navigate to google.com and minimize this window. How to perform drag and drop by using Selenium WebDriver. So let's begin. As we can move this element from one location to another, we will perform this action by using Selenium. So let's start. First of all, we will go to this URL driver.getString. Here we enter the URL of the website in which we want to go. Now we need the locators of this element. So right click on this element and click on inspect. Here we can locate this element by ID, and ID is column-A. Copy this ID. Web element from is equal to driver.find element by .id. Here we enter the ID. Now we want to drag and drop from one location to another. Right click on second element and copy the ID, which is column-B. Web element to is equal to driver.find element by .id and paste the id here. For drag and drop, we need action class. We need to add the action class. Dot interactions dot actions. Action actions driver. Now we will use this variable as dot and drag and drop. Here we can view one is our source and other is target. In source we enter the first element, first variable, which is from, and second is to, and we want to perform this action, so we will use perform. Let's run this script and see what happened. In this scenario, first of all, it will navigate to this URL and perform the drag and drop. Chrome driver is opening. One element will be moved to the second. Here we need to add dot build dot perform. Chrome driver is opening. Here we can view one element has been moved to the second element and drag and drop has been successfully performed. We can also get the text of this second element, which is a string text is equal to, and we want to get the text of who dot get text, and now we will print this text. Let's run this script. In this scenario, it will print in console a text. Let's run this script and again. We can also add wait for better understanding. Here a printed in console. How to scroll down our page up in Selenium. To scroll using Selenium, you can use JavaScript executor interface that helps to execute JavaScript method through Selenium WebDriver. Let's see the scroll down a page using Selenium WebDriver with the following scenario. First, we will see the scenario 1 to scroll down the page by pixel, and then we will scroll down the web page by the visibility of the element, and third scenario we will scroll down the web page at the bottom of the page. So let's begin. First we need to add the library of JavaScript executor. Now we need to create the object of JavaScript executor, and variable name is JS JavaScript executor. driver. Now we will use this variable name js dot and execute script window dot scroll by 0 to 1000, and we add the value of the pixel in this scenario. Page will be scrolled down. First we will scroll down of the page, then we will scroll up the page. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. First it will navigate to this URL, and here we need to add the semicolon. Chrome driver is opening, and navigate to this URL and scroll down of the page. Scroll has been down of the page. Now we will scroll up of the page. We just need to enter the value with negative sign. Here we enter the pixel value in negative. Let's set some weight for better understanding. 1000 weight. First it will scroll down of the page, and then weight, and then scroll up the page. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. First scroll has been down, and then scroll up of the page. We can also scroll to the specific element. Now, for example, we want to scroll until this element is visible. We need to find the locator of this element of current address. Here ID is available and name also available. We can locate with both of them. Now we will locate this element by ID, which is picture. Here we need enter web element picture is equal to driver.find element by .id, and ID is picture. js dot execute script argument. Here we need to enter the text in double quote. Argument 0 scroll into view and we add this variable name, which is picture. Let's run this script. In this scenario, page will be scrolled until this element is visible. Chrome driver is opening. Here we need to enter arguments. Let's again run this script. Chrome driver is successfully opening and page has been scrolled into this specific current address element. How to upload the image by using Selenium WebDriver. We will upload the image and then click on the submit button. So let's begin. First, we will navigate to this URL, driver.getString. Now we need to click on this, right click, and we will locate this element by name and ID also available. We can locate by name and ID. Copy this ID, web element upload is equal to driver dot find element by dot ID. Here we enter the ID. Now we will upload the image by using dot send keys. Here we enter the complete path of the image. Right click on the image, click on properties, copy this path of the image and paste image path here. We also need to enter the image name and image format, image type of file, which is JPG. Image name is image, images dot JPG. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. Here file has been successfully uploaded. Now we need to click on this button. We need to click on this button. We can locate this element by ID and name. Copy this ID, web element button is equal to driver dot find element by dot ID, and we want to click on this button, so we will use button dot click. We also maximize the window, driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening. Window has been maximized and one file has been successfully uploaded. We can also get this text success message. ID is res. Driver dot find element by dot id. ID is res. Web element text is equal to string and we want to get this text. So we will use text dot get text. For print we will use system dot out dot println success. Let's run this script. In this scenario, first our file image will be uploaded and this success message will be printed in the console. Let's add some weight here. Red dot slip 1000 and run this script again. Chrome driver is successfully opening and navigate to this URL and upload the image. Here we can view one file has been successfully uploaded. Text is printed in console. Now we will add some condition here. If success dot equals, copy this text and paste here. If get text is equal to one file has been successfully uploaded, then we will print file has been successfully uploaded, else we will print failed. Let's run this script. In this scenario, we compare the get text is equal to the file has been successfully uploaded text. Then file uploaded successfully text will be printed in the console. Here we can view file has been successfully uploaded. How to interact with the auto suggestion drop-down that appear when you start typing into a search box or input field. As user input text here, search entities, in drop-down search entities text are appear. Now we will handle this search drop-down, auto suggestions drop-down in Selenium. So let's begin. For typing here in search bar, we will locate this element by ID. Here both locators are available, ID and name. We can locate by ID and name. Copy this ID, web element, search is equal to driver.find element by dot id. After locating this element, we will type on this search bar search dot send keys. In send keys, enter the search entities. Let's run this script. In this scenario, Chrome driver is opening and navigate to this URL and enter the text in search field. As you can view, only enter the text in this search bar. Now we need to click on this search entities. We can handle this drop down auto search drop down by using keyboard buttons. Search dot send keys case dot enter. We will, after enter the text in this field, we will click on the enter key. Let's run this script. Chrome driver is opening and enter the text here and click on the enter key. Now we can also clear this text by using clear. Let's add some weight thread dot set 1000. After enter the text, we will clear the value from this search bar. Send search dot clear. Let's run this script. In this scenario, it will navigate to this URL, enter the text in auto suggestion field and clear the text. Text has been cleared from this field. Two important ways to make Selenium WebDriver tests run smoothly: implicit wait and explicit waits. I will explain what they are, why you need them, and how to use them. If you had problems with your Selenium WebDriver tests, not waiting for things to load, this video will help. I am going to explain two types of wait: implicit wait and explicit wait. So let's begin. Driver.manage timeout implicit wait duration of seconds. Here we enter how much we need to add the wait. If we enter 20, then 20 seconds will be wait. Implicit wait is a global wait that is set once for the WebDriver instance and applied for all elements. And explicit wait implement on a specific element. Some are the pros of implicit wait. Implicit wait is simple to implement and applies universally to all searches, while in explicit wait is a more flexible and customized wait that allow you to wait for a specific condition to occur before proceeding. For example, let's run this script. If we add 20-second wait, then this wait will be applies for all elements. But if we define a wait, explicit wait, then it will be for particular element. Enter the password. For example, if we want to click on this logout button and this element is not interactable, then we can add explicit wait on this particular element. Let's do this in a practical. We need to create the WebDriver wait, initialize this WebDriver wait. Wait is equal to new WebDriver wait driver duration dot offset. Here we enter how much wait we want to add. For example, this element is interactable in 20 seconds. Then maybe this element will be interactable in 5 seconds. Then wait will be 10 seconds. This is the maximum wait, 20 seconds. After initializing the wait, we need to locate this element. Wait dot until here we add the condition. Expected conditions dot element to be clickable by dot id. Here we add the condition 20 seconds. Maybe element is interactable in 5 to second. Then wait will be 5 seconds. This is the maximum wait we add. Dot click. Let's run this script. First, Chrome driver will open and redirect to this URL. Enter the username and password and then click on the logout button. Explicit wait is highly customizable and can target specific elements and conditions. And explicit wait can improve test performance by waiting only as long as necessary. How to resolve the issue? No such element are unable to locate element. As when we are trying to enter the username, then unable to locate element and error message is showing. In this tutorial, I will show you how to resolve this issue. As when running this script and error message is showing unable to locate element. As here message no such element and unable to locate element and error message is showing in console. We need to add the explicit wait for resolving this issue. WebDriver wait. First, we will initialize the WebDriver wait driver duration dot of seconds Here we enter the weight, how much the maximum amount of weight we want to add. In the 20-second, this is the maximum time of wait. After initializing the WebDriver wait, we add condition here, wait dot until expected condition dot element to be clickable by dot name. Just copy this value and paste here. Remove this line. Here we initialize the wait and add the condition. It will wait until the element is not clickable, until the enter in this field which is username. Let's run this script. In this scenario, we are trying to enter the username in the username field. Here, username required. Dot send keys. Enter the username which is admin. Let's run again this script. As Chrome driver is opening, enter the username, password, and then login into the dashboard screen. Unable to locate find element, this issue has been resolved. How to find element on a web page using their class then. So let's begin. After enter the username and password, we need to click on the submit button. We can easily locate this element by using class name. Here class name available which is built-in and ID also available. We can locate this element by different locators, by ID, class name, link text, and XPath, CSS selector, and relative XPath. In this tutorial, we will locate this element by class name. So let's start. Right click on this submit button and class name is btn. Driver dot find element by dot. Here multiple locators are available: class name, ID, name, CSS selector, XPath, link text, tag name, partial link text. By class name, select class name, and now here enter the class name. Class name is btn. Enter the class name btn and dot. We want to click on this submit button, so we will use dot click. If you want to enter any data in this field, then we need to use the dot send keys. If you want to click on specific element, like if you want to click on this submit button, then we need to use dot click. Let's run this script. Locators help us find elements on a web page. Common type including like ID, class names, tag names, and CSS selectors. These are the locators. After enter the username, password, and then click on this submit button. We can easily click on specific element by using class name. If you like this course, please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos and updates. Thank you for being part of this journey.